Yo, what's up, guys? It's Monday night, back after missing last Monday. If you guys were able to catch me on Wednesday night, I did do a little live. Wednesday night, I was out of town, but I managed to get something up live after missing last Monday. But here we are. We're back. Let's talk about the market. A lot of news this week. You guys have already been touching on it in the comments. A lot of you guys here early, which is awesome. Studio Sports, what's up? Roman Sports Card, Stephen Ryan. Business, 1, 2, 4. Bradley, what's going on? Brian rooting for the Bucks. Not this year, buddy. Not this year. What's up, Prodigy? Jeff Whitmire in the house. Global Sports Card Investor from the other side of the planet. Bravos, always along for the journey. Let me see if I get this name correct. Forgive me if I butcher this. Let's see. Talatiga Ulafale. Talatiga Ulafale. Am I correct? Am I at least close? Raul, what's up? The Collector with a K. Mikey Big Balls. What is going on, guys? All right, guys. So Jason Valentine hopping in, saying what's up. So a lot of news this week. I didn't do individual videos on the stuff. I talked about some of the stuff on Wednesday. The PWCC thing has come and gone. It wasn't front page news very long. Topps lost the license in 4 years. No worry, 4 years from now, who knows where we'll be. To Fanatics. Fanatics also just inked a deal, I believe, with the NBA starting in 2026 to produce cards. So Panini is going to lose that, I believe, in 2026. But this stuff's so far down the road. There's going to be more news and more news and more news in between now and then. And when those days get here, it's going to be a news story all over again. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to harp a lot on that stuff. I would rather see what you guys want to talk about, unless you guys got questions about it, any players you guys want to talk about, any investments you guys are making. What sports are you guys into right now? Football? Basketball, are you getting into that yet? Are you still on the baseball train? Soccer's back around. Premier League has started back up. La Liga, Bundesliga, League One, PSG with Messi. I don't think he's played with them yet, but I got a lot of water, so I can talk for a while tonight, guys. So I see this right here. Panini is already lost. 4 years will be on Mars. What's up, Michael Ham? Road Dog in the house. He's uploading a harping video now. Michael has been down in the dumps, guys, about the Topps licensing. It's literally the end of an era. I mean, literally. Multiple eras. But he's kind of bummed about that, but we'll see what's up. Global wants to talk to NBA card market. The way I'm approaching the NBA card market right now is I'm buying guys that I think I'm prospecting on a couple guys, and then there's a couple guys that I think are also, superstars or on the verge of superstars. Everybody knows who they are, but for me, it's about finding the card that I think is a good bargain, a good value. I'm going to put a video out talking about certain parallels that I think are liquid, but are also a bargain. Because right now, and like Neo put out a video talking about parallels where he was absolutely right. There's so many parallels out there and so many numbered and so many crazy different looking ones. Which one do you buy? And it's kind of like, I've always been a fan of the color match. You guys have known that. And then the basic, the silver or the hollow or whatever it may be for that brand, the silver for the Prism, the silver for the Select, the hollow for the Optic. Those will always be liquid and desirable. They're basically the refractors of those brands. And they're the simple, except they're not base. They're simple, but they're not base, and they're attractive. Then when you start getting into the multiple colors and the crazy discos and the hybrids, this, that, and the other, you kind of want to stick to color match, in my opinion, because you could have crazy colors that absolutely don't match the card, and they're just not desirable, regardless if they're rare or not, because a lot of it's just manufacturer rarity. You take a card, you put this color on it, you cross disco on it, you make it a fast break, a disco, whatever you want to call it, you stamp it numbered out of 50. It's manufactured scarcity. Doesn't necessarily mean that people want it. unless there's a crazy collector looking for the rainbow or it's their favorite player and they got to have that card. But they're not the types of cards that move very fluid between hands. So here's a stack of cards that I've picked up, and this may be 2 weeks worth of stuff. I'm not 100% sure. This is an upcoming video of my recent pickups. I don't really want to spoil it. If I get enough likes from you guys, I'll show some of this stuff, and you can just see what I've been picking up this week. There's some GOATs in there. There's some prospects in there, and there's some up and coming superstars in there. So it's a little bit of a mix. So let's see. I don't know how many likes I'm at. We have 56 people watching, I guess. Not all 50 are going to like. It just doesn't work like that. Let me see what we got here. I've got 20. If we get the 40 likes out of 56 people watching, I'll show you this stuff, guys. Also, if we get enough people in the room, I'll do a super chat raffle this week. I took a vote on the super chat raffles, and I was doing them to make, to help support the giveaway, which we did for the National, which was awesome, which was fun. Sean, where you been? But I did a vote on whether I should continue to do those or not, and it was kind of a mixed vote. It was a majority did want me to continue, but I haven't done one since the National. But I've been getting messages and people asking me. So I'll go ahead and do one tonight, and it'll just be a small, cheap one, and we'll do it with some NFL stuff. I mean, we can start it now. I'll take names. I got the box here. I put a sticker on it so it's official. Guys, we're going places. We got a cardboard box. This is the official drawing box now. But we'll just keep it simple. If you guys have any interest at all, you want to do a $3 super chat, you'll guarantee to get your thing mentioned or your comment lit. I try to look at everybody's comments anyway. So you don't have to do a super chat to get your comment talked about. But if you want, a guarantee to get your comment seen, and I'll give away 3 prizes. I have an optic jumbo pack of NFL. I have a cello pack of Prism NFL, and this is 2020, so this is your big quarterback class. Well, 2021 is going to be a big quarterback class as well. And I got a Jalen Hurts Prism already, red, white, and blue. So if you guys want to do that, $3 super chat. There'll be 3 prizes. I'll draw 3 names. Now, guys, remember, you're not guaranteed to win. It's a raffle, so you get your name thrown in. And that's how that will work. Talking about the 85 Merino, that is a great card, second year, but it's a tough grade. Black borders. I love podcasts. What is going on? Baseball card collector, investor, dealer. Touched on a parallel thing too. The Prism Herbert parallels. Well, he was talking about today. He was basically talking about not just parallels, but about people who have only been in the year, couple of years under their belt. With Justin Herbert only having 1 year under his belt, and their prices in cards in comparison to some of the greats. He compared Luka to Dirk Nowitzki and their card prices. He compared Justin Herbert to Brett Favre and their card prices, and he compared Fernando Tatis to Adrian Beltre and their card prices. It was a great video. I watched that video today. I actually commented on there that this was an absolutely amazing video. That was a great video. I agreed pretty much everything that he said. It all made sense, and it was a very good video. So yeah, we're moving up in the world. It's just a sticker on a box, baby. Cardboard and sticker. So we got yeah, I see that. So Studio Sports is going to be the first person in the drawing. So Studio Sports so far has a 100% chance of winning. We have Adam Griffith coming in strong with one. All right, Adam. And we got Stephen Ryan coming in, and I'm going to come back and grab some comments. Thanks a lot, guys. This does, help out the channel. makes me feel appreciated, and also gives me a chance to give something back to somebody as well. And I am going to my LCS tomorrow, hopefully 2 hours away, and going to try to get some more product and some better product, some newer stuff to do on my live stream so we can keep this going. Bradley wants me to give away a Jordan rookie card. I am not sports card investor. All right. I gave away a trip to the National, but I don't have sports card investor type money to be giving away Jordans. Hey, I wish that I could, man. If I was able to give away Jordan rookie cards, you would know, or I would know, I'd be pretty well off. And I'm just excited to have a sticker on a cardboard box, man. Now you got to start somewhere. Steven, I plan on attending probably Sunday. My original plan was to actually set up there, but I couldn't figure out how to get in and get a table. My aunt and uncle are staying at the Valley Forge Convention Center for a couple nights. They actually said I could crash with, in their room, but the time that I would need to take off work to keep attending multiple card shows just doesn't make sense, because every time I go to a card show, I have to use like 2 days of vacation time. And I need to save vacation time to also travel with my family. So these card shows are eating up a day here or there of my vacation time. So I feel like I'll go to one day, hopefully on a Sunday. I'm going to the Raleigh show in North Carolina. So if we have anybody in here that's from North Carolina area, we'll be attending the Raleigh show in September. I believe it's the 18th and the 19th, right around that weekend. I will be there. With the Personal Finance Dad, we will be at the show on Saturday and plan on attending the Panthers and the Saints on Sunday. And he's a Saints fan, so I'll be rooting for the Panthers against his Saints while we're there. Michael Ham at will. Luca, safer than Tatis. When healthy, Tatis, most exciting player in baseball. Would probably agree. Tom, what's going on? Stopping in and say hi. What's up? Tom, I believe I saw you today. I was watching Pittsburgh's premiere today. Pittsburgh was doing a premiere vlog from the National, and it was showing a lot of the guys that he was meeting. And I was lucky enough to be one of the guys that he met. And not only did he do that, he actually included me in his vlog, which was awesome. And then he ended it with us cutting the pizza, which made me hungry because I was on lunch break. Likes are greater than 40 show pickups, please. Oh, man. We'll get there. Roman, you live in NC? Are you anywhere near Raleigh? So hit up that Raleigh show in September. And definitely, if you spot me, come up to me and be like, hey, I'm Roman Sports Cards. Dallas is going on again this week. I wonder if the Dallas shows will ever reach the pinnacle that the Dallas show met, that one Dallas show that was just a big accumulation. It was almost like a mini national where so many people showed up to that one Dallas show. It made it a major event. And now it seems like the Dallas show has died off a little bit just because there was so much buildup into that Dallas show back in May, because people hadn't been to a big show in so long, and we didn't know if the National was going to take place. And the Dallas show in May was just insane. And it was the first big show that I was back at as well. Yeah, Michael, that pizza was good. Jonas, am I still picking up on-card autos of some of the GOATs? I'm trying to, but apparently a lot of other people are as well, because when I was buying Larry Bird and Magic Johnson autos on card for like $300, now they're going for like twice and triple that. And I'm just like, man, either I got in late, or a lot of people just already got in, or I got a couple lucky deals. I really don't know. I look at that stuff, and at the right price, yes, I'm still buying it. But it's more of longer term, even PC type items. So I don't want to tie a lot of my money up into it, because I don't normally spend a lot of money on PC items. You guys know what kind of PC items I like to collect anyway. But can I talk about the impact of eBay comps of all these shows? I think shows will slow down in the fall, winter, and online prices might go up. I'm not sure. Okay, so how the question is, can I talk about the impact on eBay comps? So how the shows are impacting eBay comps? If that's what you're asking, how are the shows impacting eBay comps? I'm going to say not a whole lot, I don't think, because not everybody can get to the shows. There's a lot more people who can easily access stuff online. I mean, like I've bought all this stuff this week and all of it came offline. I didn't buy a single card in person out of this stack here. I haven't bought a single card in person since the National. Now, I haven't just bought off eBay, though. I have bought off MySlabs and Instagram, probably at least half of this stack here. That's the route I'm trying to go. I mean, I'm trying to avoid eBay at all costs, to be honest. As a seller, especially as a seller. I mean, as a buyer, I guess, because I'm not the person getting punished with big fees. But as a seller, I'm trying to avoid eBay altogether. And I think a lot of people are starting to do that. And you're not seeing a lot of auctions. I'll tell you that. It is hard to find a good auction because with stuff being kind of down and the market being in a good place to where it's kind of a buyer's market, everything's being set at buy it nows with high prices on it because people don't want to auction. Excuse me. But yeah, that's as far as shows affecting a lot of eBay. I don't really think that happens much because a lot of what you see moving at shows is a lot of cards that you don't even find on eBay. A lot of low stuff that you find no comps on, and if you can't find comps on it at a show, that means it's not being sold on eBay. Let's see. I saw a cult of personality comment fly by. I know CM Punk showed up in AEW. I did watch that video because the crowd was insanely loud. Let's see what Bravo says. What are my thoughts on eBay? New coupon mode where you can send out coupons to buyers. I haven't seen or used that yet. Oh, I think I have. I haven't used it, but I think I've seen it. So I don't really have that many thoughts on it because I'm not super familiar with it. Will said, you missed it. He said he was just on and got mad at you, Steve, and logged off. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Did I miss somebody and they got mad and logged off? Did someone come on? No one's been in the I'm looking for Trigger Finger to pop up. If the Trigger Finger pops up on here, I'm going to pull him in. I'm going to pull him on. He's supposed to be showing up one of these times. There's Dex Flow with the cult of personality running through all the CM Punk fans. Who am I speculating on this NBA season? Is DeAndre Hunter still someone I'm looking at? I am looking at DeAndre Hunter a little bit, but I have enough of him to where I don't have to really buy him. I did buy a DeAndre Hunter card yesterday, which is funny. But that's because it was at a price that I really couldn't refuse. And that card's not here because that card was just bought yesterday. I have like at least 6 or 7 more cards in the mail to go with this stuff. So I've been doing a lot of buying, and I haven't sold a card since the National because I haven't been in seller mode. Just haven't been in seller mode. Remember, guys, any of you guys, if you showed up late, we are doing a super chat raffle for $3. You get your name entered, and if I draw your name, there's 3 prizes. You'll get to choose in order. Optic Jumbo 2020 football, Prism Cello 2020 football, or you can just take the red, white, and blue Prism Jalen Hurts. $3 get you entered. Doesn't guarantee you a winning prize, but, nonetheless, get you a lottery ticket into the Super Chat raffle. Yes, yes. You should try auctions here on your channel for some cards. I watch Pittsburgh do that on Sundays. I can never really get in because I'm always kind of at work. I would love to get on his stream just to get in there to get a feel of how it goes. And I wouldn't know what to put up there for you guys to buy. Like a lot of my stuff may be set or may start with opening auctions or opening, bids or things like that. But I mean, I have lots of stuff I could let go for cheap in auctions online, but I don't necessarily always like to. I don't do a lot of content. I do some content when I'm driving to work. I do like one video and I do my live stream. And my live stream is when I can answer all the questions from you guys that I don't get to answer throughout the week. And I don't know if I would want to go on and just be like, hey guys, I'm going to do an auction and sell my cards and things like that. Because first of all, I'm pushing my stuff on you guys, as well as the interaction would be a little tough when I'm trying to track an auction. Let's see. Talking about Bowl to the moon. Seriously, I'm still not big on Bowl. And a vlogger that I watch and I actually enjoy his content. He's entertaining. We chat. We talked at the National. He talked about Bowl the other night. And I was just like, man, I don't know about that. But that's one of his prospects. And he bought a nice Bowl card. And if he makes money off of it, more power to him for taking that risk. Sorry, I'm stopping and drinking a lot. So let's see. Anybody seen Triggerfinger? He's MIA. There he is. Triggerfinger. I buy them and give them to blind kids. Pearl Jam playing like half a mile from your house in late September, early October. Where is that located? What town? Is that in Boston? Is that in Massachusetts? Triggerfinger in the house. Triggerfinger, if you want me to send you a link to come on here with me tonight, let me know. If you want to wait another week, I understand. Maybe you got some stage fright. Who knows? But I could get somebody on here to chat it up with me. I want to start bringing in some of the viewers, because I have a lot of viewers that are here every week, and you guys have gotten to know each other just by chatting with each other in the chat. So it would be cool to come on sometime and see what it's all about. Natty Cards likes some Colin Sexton. I did well on Colin Sexton last year, so I don't know if I want to gamble on Colin Sexton again. I bought Colin Sexton really cheap last year going into the season and made out really well on him. So with me, I still have one. I think I still have one Colin Sexton card left from all the ones that I had. And I had a lot. I still have one Colin Sexton card. It's a PSA 9 silver prism. And it just sits over here in a miscellaneous box. This is just something that, I've already made a lot of money off Colin Sexton, so that one just sits there, as a longer-term gamble, I guess. E-Man is getting on me. E-Man, where it is up, Tony. Bowl is the real deal. I didn't say Bowl wasn't the real deal. I just said that I don't want to invest my money in the Bowl. First of all, I really wouldn't know what to buy. You can't go with base prism on really anybody. So if you are going to buy Bowl, you're going to start buying silver prisms or optic hollows or something like that. And people who are speculative that are selling those are selling them on hype. And so it's already tough to buy in on them to where he would really have to do good to exceed some of the prices that he's already priced at. Brett says, I think with the attention on football in September, the basketball cards will be a good buy for the season. Basketball cards is what you should be buying right now. Basketball basement on a lot of players has come and gone. There's still some players there. You should be buying your basketball right now. And for me personally, I'll probably be buying football in October. A couple weeks into the season, when things start to play out a little bit and the hype is gone and people start buying basketball, which is when they probably are going to start, October, November, that's why you should buy it now. You got to be ahead of the normal curve. Dexflow, thoughts on Bradycard autos. Now the Fanatics owns a license and Brady is a Fanatics exclusive signer. Well, I guess nothing changes. Now, if he's a Fanatics exclusive signer, because he's been signing in products this year with Panini and on Prisms and things like that. So he had an autograph in Select, I believe, last year. And it was like the first autograph that he did off of his exclusive license. KK Cards at the last Dallas show I was at was telling me about it because he had it for sale. And he was like, you know the story behind that card? And I was like, no, not really. And he told me the story behind it and how Tom Brady, had a license with Fanatics. And that was like his first Prism / Panini signed card. But now he's signing more stuff, I believe. Do I think the hobby will be much bigger than today once Fanatics takes over? So, again, we're talking about a Fanatics takeover of baseball in 4 years and in basketball in 5 years. So, 4 and 5 years, you can't predict the market at all, regardless of who has it. Fanatics may not even have it by then. What if Fanatics decides, hey, we just want to sell? Or what if Fanatics just buys Topps and buys Panini and nothing changes? They're just the parent company now, and everything is still the same. So, I don't think the hobby can get much bigger than it was last year. Anything can always get bigger, but will it go down before it gets bigger? Will it stay constant, then get bigger? Will it stay the same? That's the $1 million question, and I can't answer that with any kind of certainty. Tom's going to hop into the Super Chat raffle. Thank you, Tom. Miami Mike's talking about he has a ton of Sexton. Let's see what everybody is chanting. Look, jump on Trigger. We got Trigger. Trigger's liable to come on here, and you guys are just going to tell me to leave. Just need some notice. Next week works. You'll be ready. Otherwise, I can probably throw in a week. Here's the thing, guys. Actually, next Monday, I will not be live streaming. I'll have to do it a different night because I have a big fantasy football draft, and I won't be able to live stream. With that being said, any of you guys out there to play fantasy football, if you were sitting, actually, let's do your top 5. Give me your top 5 picks in the chat right now. If you play fantasy football, give me your 1 through 5 players. How you would pick if you had the first, second, third, fourth, fifth pick or whatever. Give me your top 5 in the chat, guys. Rayleigh says, buy Zion. Zion is not a bad buy. Just don't over-leverage yourself on him. What are my thoughts on second and third year cards of Brady and Breeze, other future Hall of Famers? They're a fraction of rookies, even with scarce cards. On Breeze, probably not so much, because Breeze stuff isn't super expensive. When you start getting in the price range of Brady, and you start, and you look at Michael Jordan, and you say, okay, Michael Jordan's second year cards have some value. Brady 2002, like SP and things like that, already do have some value, but a lot of other Brady stuff holds value, just refractors, parallels, things like that. Someone like Drew Brees, his prices aren't pushed up enough on his premium cards / rare cards / rookie cards to where second year cards are going to be huge investments unless they're second year refractors or second year autographs or something like that. It's going to have to be something special to the card. It's just not going to be able to be a second year base Topps. I just don't think we'll have much value on a Breeze. Now on a Brady, it may, because the rookies are so high. But then again, Brady has a lot of different rookies that you can buy in lower grades. Would you rather have a rookie in a PSA 8 for a couple $100 of like maybe a Skybox, or would you rather have a second year card of him? So, that's kind of where it lays, where with Jordan, it was different because he had one rookie card. He had the 86 Fleer, so there wasn't any other options. With Brady, he has a lot of different cards, and he has low-end rookies. So the fact that he has low-end rookies will hurt the ceiling that any of his second-year cards can possibly have. That's the way I would think about that. Brian says Zion plays on a crappy team. It doesn't matter. With Zion on that team, even though that team is crappy, they'll still be exciting. They'll still be on TV a lot. They'll just put them on TV just because people want to see Zion play. So sometimes being on a bad team and being in a bad market can affect you. Sometimes being such a hyped player and being such a draw can outweigh the market that you're playing in. Brady had a private signing, Facebook private signing. Let's see. So many comments. It's hard to see them all. Let's see. Yeah, Jonas, we know all running backs are usually the first picks. That's why I'm saying, let me see you guys. It's pretty much it's going to be everybody's top 5 running backs. Let's see what we got coming in here. Select and collect. CMC, Cook, Kamara, Chubb, Aaron Jones. 3 of those are probably in my top 5. I probably put Derrick Henry above Chubb and Jones. CMC, Cook, Alvin, Zeke, and Henry. I could agree with that one. We got it again. CMC, Dalvin, Henry, Kamara, Zeke. Starting to look like the fantasy football magazine. CMC, Zeke, Dalvin, Kamara, and Henry. Oh, we got some Chiefs up in here. C-Mac, Mahomes, Travis Kelce, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams. One running back makes the carddeal.com's top 5, or would that be your top 5, like if you could have all your starters? Always throwing the tight ends in there. Bushliger, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Mecole Hardman. Is that your sleepers? Cam Akers is out for the year. Cam Akers is a super sleeper now. Who are some under-the-radar soccer guys I'm looking into? No one really under the radar, but some players that I do like, and their cards are going to already be kind of pricey because they've made big moves, and there's no secret that they're already good. Lukaku, I've never really had much of his stuff, but I'm looking at some of his stuff. And Memphis Depay now, I believe, on Barcelona. So some of those guys now, that's not Messi, that's not Ronaldo, that's not, Harry Kane. I've always been a big Mo Salah guy, but his cards don't get any respect. Of course, I like Lewandowski. As far as being under the radar, the only thing I'm targeting in soccer right now is Pulisic. I'm just buying Pulisic stuff, and it has nothing to do, again, with what I think he's going to do in Premier League. It just has to do with, next year in the World Cup. Let's see. Brady, Jimmy G, Baker, Mahomes, and Ayuk. Is that what you're buying? I hope that's not who you're drafting in your fantasy league. Show not. Man, I'd like to play in some of your guys' leagues if this is here taken in the top 5. Sounds like easy money. Thoughts on the Star Company, basketball, Bird Magic, and Jordan? There's a lot of counterfeits. That's why PSA won't grade them. So that's one of the main reasons why that card is a turnoff, is because it can't really be graded. BGS used to grade them. I don't know if they still do. So I'm not going to say whether they do or don't. I'm kind of leaning to the fact that BGS may not grade them anymore either. So the fact that there's a lot of counterfeits of them out there and you can't get any of the grading companies to really grade them and authenticate them for you, then they're a big turnoff. That's why people don't like to buy the Jordans, like the 86 Fleer Jordan, because of that reason. Tyler Hero, a.k.a. Rex Chapman. Hard disagree. Actually, Rex Chapman actually had his career limited by injuries. So, yeah, if Hero goes out and has a bunch of injuries, yeah, maybe. But he's already had like 2 years better than Rex Chapman. COVID years where they're interrupting your schedule. You got to sit out for protocols. You got to miss a game here, got to miss a game there. You're playing in a bubble, all kinds of different stuff, disrupting the flow and rhythm. It's hard for a young player to get going with all that stuff. Think about that with the 2019 draft class and what they've been through in their first 2 seasons as far as their rookie, being rookies, and their young player development has been stifled by a lot of extra bullshit. So you for real? Are you for real, or is that one a joke? I'm not sure. Dozens, Kamara. We'll be watching a lot of CMC come August or September 19th. Henry's going to break down, you think? His running style, possibility, but I don't think that I don't really think he's going to break down. He doesn't take much of a beating. People don't even want to hit him, and anybody who gets in his way, he kind of just like pushes them out. He pushes them out of the way. I know you see it happen with a lot of big bruising backs and stuff like that. Like it happened with Ricky Williams, but he retired. But I mean, he was kind of a little bit injury prone anyway. You think of Earl Campbell and the head injuries and stuff that he had at the end of his career, and how his play style like ruined his life after football. But even Derrick Henry, though, he's just a different. Most of the time, Derrick Henry is delivering the hit. He's not taking a hit. He usually delivers the hit at the end of every single one of his runs, where with a lot of other running backs, they're usually the recipient of the hit. So it's a little bit different. So we got Chapman isn't a bad hero comparison, to be honest. I mean, I'm old enough. I remember when Rex Chapman played, so. Let's see. Yeah, Henry is like a linebacker. Where did I see? I saw a Pulisic comment in here. Hoping Pulisic makes the qualifiers, may miss a game because he has COVID. When did Pulisic get COVID? Because I know that he played in the opener for Chelsea because he scored a goal. Okay, Trigger Fingers for real. So, Trigger, I'm going to have to send you a link. Trigger, do you have Insta? If not, I got to try to send a link to Twitter. Oh, so Pulisic got COVID a few days back. Did he get it, or was he around somebody that was with it, or what? Yes, Jonas, I am targeting vintage basketball. Do I have much? I really don't. Most of the vintage basketball that I've wanted to buy, either people didn't want to sell it. I mean, I saw a nice – the funny thing is I saw a nice Oscar Robertson rookie at one of the trade nights at the National, and the guy had it out like he wanted to trade it or deal it. And then when I was like, how much for the Oscar Robertson, he was like, I don't know if I really want to get rid of it. So I was kind of like, okay. And I was looking at some Wilt Chamberlain stuff, but I just wanted either authentic or graded low, like maybe a 2. And I feel like some of the prices people are asking for some of those low grades isn't really too far off of some of the mid grades. Like someone wants like $4,000 for a 4, but they still want like 3,500 for a 2. So when you get down to the certain grades, it's like, man, really, what is the value of this card that I'm buying? You know, do I want to put this much into it, not knowing? So Trigger says, let's try Twitter. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe I can get it from... All right. All right, Trigger, this is going to come at you, I think. Let's see. See, I hardly ever use Twitter. I have it, but I hardly ever use it. Sometimes I have messages on stuff in there that'll be like days old, and I'll be like, oh, man, I hope those people don't think I was ignoring them. I just don't check Twitter. All right, it's been sent, Trigger, so we'll see what happens. So here's what I'm going to do, because I have people in the chat that want to say, or not want to say, but they are saying, okay. Like I saw a comment talking about young players, none of them ever be remembered. Which is untrue. I mean, there has to be superstars of every generation. Now, yes, it is tough to be remembered 10 years from now, but people are so quick to jump on certain people's opinions, like mine. I like Tyler Hero. People know that. Do I think he'll be a Hall of Famer? No, I don't. And that's where I think people get confused, because I feel like Tyler Hero is somebody that you capitalize on his hype and you sell his cards quickly. You don't put Tyler Hero away 10 years from now saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So when I talk about certain players like that, if you don't understand my mindset, you know, I'm not an NBA scout saying what these players are going to be. I'm talking about these from an investing and quick flip aspect. But I would also like to know your guys' opinion, as opposed to just being like Tyler Hero is Rex Chapman. Don't tell me Tyler Hero is going to be a Rex Chapman. Say, hey, I like this guy. You know, everybody always wants to disagree, but nobody wants to throw their opinions out there. So, I mean, is Tyler Hero the next big superstar in the NBA? No, he's not. Is he an opportunity to make you some money? Yes, he is. Can you then take that money and buy yourself some safer investments with it? Yes, you can. So Theodore said you would take Sexton and Garland over Hero. The only problem is that you would have to choose one or the other, because those guys share the backcourt. And, if one of them is scoring a lot of points and the other one isn't, and that was kind of the situation with them last year. And I have cards of both of those guys. I showed a Sexton card earlier that I had, because I made good money off Colin Sexton last year, the same way that I plan on making money on Tyler Hero this year. I don't plan on holding this stuff NWO style for life. I plan on flipping this stuff when the season's about to start up and somebody has a couple good games and people want to buy their stuff. There's one Garland I have left, a PSA 9 silver. I had 3 of these. I sold 2 of them and did well on them. Colin Sexton, I sold a bunch of these, even PSA 10s, because I was heavier on Sexton than I was Garland. But again, and I'll do the same thing. And I'll buy, Larry Bird autos and stuff with it, which is what I like to do. You think Joker is undervalued? His stuff, yeah, it got a high bump, but big men don't get as much love for some reason or another. There's a lot of good big men that are really underpriced, because it's a different day. I remember when the big man was the main guy, but it's going to take a lot for Jokic cards to go back up because he kind of played to his peak last year because he had an MVP season. I mean, if you're the MVP, you're pretty much the best player in the league, but he didn't win a title. So now what does he have to do to exceed his card prices? You know, we saw it with Giannis where he won 2 MVPs and the second MVP didn't help his cards at all because it been there, done that type situation. Now you got to show me more. You know, where is the ceiling at? I know that his cards have come back down, but can they exceed the prices that they've already once hit or even get back to that regardless of what he does this year is what you have to ask yourself. But a great player, yes. Again, when I talk about a lot of these players, I'm talking about putting your money into their cards now to make money now or long term or whatever. It's not any kind of knock or question toward Jokic's talent. What are we talking about? HGA or something? Let's see. I'm not sure if this comment is related to FD, but I will say one of the biggest things that was good about me not going live last week. Well, first of all, I got a little bit of time off. I got to catch a breather from work and from the family and stuff. But Dustin went live with FD from a channel called Rolling with FD. And I saw FD at the National. I didn't really get to chat with him, but because I saw him shooting content and then, you know, wasn't really familiar with him. And by Dustin having him on last week and by me not being live during the same time, now I'm not saying I would have taken a lot of viewers from his live stream, but even if it was 10 viewers that I may have taken, that would have sucked because I believe everybody should have saw that live stream with FD from Rolling with FD. And we may be talking about somebody completely different, Chris. I'm not sure, but by you putting FD in there, it made it reminded me because this was something I already wanted to talk about. But he has a great YouTube channel and he's very intellectual, articulate, talking about players and has a good story and everything like that. I haven't got to chat with him at all personally, but just I enjoyed it going back and watching Personal Finance's Dad live stream last week with FD from Rolling with FD on there. It was just awesome. So I was kind of glad I wasn't live. That way I didn't take away, 5-10 viewers that may have come watch me instead. And hopefully everybody watched that. And we may not even be talking about anything remotely the same with our FD, but yeah. Trigger's modem is down. Is that what's going on? Okay, Chris, I got you. But yeah, that FD just reminded me of that. Yeah, I love podcasts. That was a great episode with him. All right, guys. So I guess we got to a certain amount of likes, like you guys said. I said I would show you some of the stuff I've been picking up. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 66. We're at 2 dislikes. So 2 people disliked. I guess I upset some folks or something. I don't know. There's always some dislikes. Anyway, we'll start with, let's see. We'll start with this card and just get it out of the way. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, actually, you've seen a lot of this stuff. Because I post a lot of my stuff on Instagram as soon as I get it out of the mail. Well, this was just a 1975 comic book Marvel Comics sticker from 1975 to add to my collection. This is a PSA 9 Iron Fist. Now, this is for my PC. Whenever I find these 1975s graded in a 9, I buy them for my PC. But just 9s. 10s are really, really, really expensive. And 8s, I would rather have a 9. So it's only like my third or fourth one. Third one, I believe. I have Doctor Strange, Black Widow, and now Iron Fist. That goes to show you how hard they are to find. They just don't pop up graded in these 9s that much. But when they do, I try to get them. The next one you guys saw yesterday, 1992, Skybox. draft pick Shaq, PSA 10. So there we go. There's a GOAT. There's a GOAT going into the box. Another Shaq rookie. I'll pick up a Shaq every now and then and just add it to the collection. Let my Shaqs pile up. Now we got an Optic Holo 2017 Donovan Mitchell. I actually have two of these. The other one is in the mail. So I have two of these Optic Holos. I believe the basement was there on this stuff. So I'm trying to snatch up this NBA stuff. A Pulisic rookie auto. This is my second Pulisic rookie auto. This one's numbered out of 149, PSA 9. It's going into Pulisics. Magic Johnson. On-card auto. Game use napkin. Game use swatch, not a patch. Graded in a 9, auto 10. That'll go into my PC, my GOAT collection as well. I'm trying to buy as many Magic Johnson and Larry Bird autos on card as I can, just because, I mean, that's the stuff that I like. I loved that era. I loved watching those guys play. I got two long shots. I mean, I'm thinking this guy might be dealt mid-season, so I went and picked up a couple cheap Pascal Siakams. Now, they're nice cards, but they were inexpensive. This is a Mosaic Red, so it's a this is a PSA 10 Mosaic Red, and that is color match. And then I got a Select Silver PSA 10. So those would just be stashed, and we'll see if something happens with him. And then the last two was two Kevin Durants. A Kevin Durant black tops, PSA 9, and an orange PSA 9. I picked these up before they went up. This one's now pushing close to $900, and I was able to get it at $650. So last couple weeks worth of pickups, and I got about 5 or 6 at least cards coming in the mail. I have 2 coming in one package, 2 of the same exact card coming from 2 different sellers, and then I have 3 cards coming in one package by itself. So I have at least 7 cards on the way. Let's see. So I'm going to catch up on the comments. I see PSA Slab guys say Chad is positive without Ziggy and Larry. Ziggy's usually okay in my chats. Ziggy doesn't usually get too negative in my chats. Maybe in some others, but with mine, I think there's like a little bit of a respect factor there. Me and Ziggy chat a little bit. But you know, I know that he does have strong opinions on a lot of things, but he doesn't tend to express it a lot in my chat. Larry, on the other hand, he's just on a block list, guys. He's on a timeout list. Maybe someday I will unblock him, but it just got to be too old. It just got to be every day. So, and it sucks because he watches every week, and I don't want him to be able to not interact, but you know, don't really know. I hate blocking people, but sometimes. The Pascal color match is from 2016 Mosaic. I think 2016, 17, and 18 Mosaic is a super sleeper product. The pop reports are super low. The cards look really nice, and they have different parallels and such. So I think that the Mosaics are super sleeper sets. When you look at the Luka Mosaic from 2018, the Mosaic base, it sells for a little bit over $1,000, and the Prism base is like around $800. Sometimes it creeps up to $900, but the Mosaic base from 2018, the Luka, sells for more than the Prism base, and I don't know how many people noticed that. So why wouldn't that translate over to the Trae Young and possibly 2017 translate over to Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell? It really hasn't yet to the magnitude that it has on the Luka card. So to me, I think it's a sneaky bargain right now where you can buy these a little bit cheaper, and these could end up becoming some of the favorite cards. All right, we got Theodore in on the super chat. Thank you, Theodore. Theodore, I am going to attempt to be at the Philly show again. So this time, if you see me and you're standing next to me, make sure you say something. so that we can chat. We're all a little Larry. Oh, which platform? From which product I'm saying did you buy the Siakam Red? Which platform? Let me check. I can't remember if I got it off My Slabs or off eBay. I'm guessing. I want to guess that I got that Siakam off of My Slabs, but yeah, I want to guess that I got that. I want to guess that I got that Siakam off My Slabs, but I'm not sure. Let me check my transaction history. Oh, the Siakam Silver came off My Slabs. So the Siakam Mosaic came off eBay. Neo says, stop giving away all the stuff you like first. I've been on the Mosaic Red Siakam. I think I bought that a long time ago. It's in my recent pickups, but I know the Siakam Silver I bought a long time ago. You remember when I bought that. The Siakam Red I bought on the 11th off eBay, August 11th. So not quite 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Optic Hollows, man, I've been all over the Optic Hollow train, man. That's why I have them. I do not know when the NBA training camp starts. Not really sure. Talking about Tua leading the Dolphins to the playoffs. I hope you're right. Tua's numbers looked good, but for some reason when I watch him play, he still looks, maybe it's because he's left-handed and I just can't get over that yet, that he just looks uncomfortable to me, or he makes me feel uncomfortable when he moves. I'm not really sure what it is about when I watch him play. Hell yeah, Maliston wants to know how much I paid for the Siakam. I paid $92. For the Mosaic Red Siakam, I paid $92. I actually still have it pulled up right in front of me. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. From Probstein, so I was probably shielded a little bit. You can't see it. It's not coming in that clear, but it was $92 on Probstein. I was just happy to get it for under 100. I think it's a solid card, especially if he plays like an all-star again and gets traded. Stuff's really down. Jordan's asking, is the floor still there on some of the NBA players? And thanks for the super chat. You're getting entered into the raffle. There is a floor still there. Now, basement, the basement on some players is really thin. I believe there's some players out there that if you like these players and think that they can regain some steam in the hobby, that there's still basement there. But they're going to be some of your second-tier guys. They're going to be guys like Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam. De'Aaron Fox has even already started to go up quite a bit. If you think that somebody like Markelle Fultz can come back from his injury and finally establish himself, because he's still young and was really improving last year before his injury, even though it was just a sample size of the season before he got hurt, basement is there on players like that. Players like Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, they've all started to move. But I don't think that they are – I don't think you've missed the window. That's what I like to say. You may have missed the basement / floor, but I don't think you've missed the window to where it's too late to, leave yourself some meat on the bone, for lack of a better phrase. I think you can still get on them, some of their price points. Michael Porter Jr. is another one. You know that the hobby loves him. They want to see him do good. So the first time that he does good, he's going to generate a lot of buzz. And look for specific cards. This is a video that I want to put out, and it's going to be my next video, but it's certain parallels that you can look at that aren't quite the high of the high end, but still look nice and are a fraction of the cost. For instance, let's see. For instance, here's a Jason Tatum Optic Holo PSA 10. I bought this for around $725, and this was a little while ago. This card is already eclipsing 800 to 850. One even sold at 915. So it's already going up. I bought it when the basement was at around $700. I actually missed the initial basement of 650. When it started to go up a little bit and hit 625, I was like, I got to get it now. And now they're pushing $900. So, but you can go, and I bought an Optic Shock last night. So the Optic Shock isn't quite the holo, but it's not real gaudy. It's still just a nice shiny card. It's going to have some rarity to it. It's not going to be serial numbered. It's still going to be liquid. It's going to have comps, but it's going to have lower pop, and it's going to be more desirable than a base card. And I bought it for $300. So I bought it for nearly a third of what the holo is selling for now. But the cards are very similar. They're similar in pop report. They're similar in look. So I think that when you look for some of those other parallels like Optic Shocks, another one, the Blue Velocity, if it's a color match, don't go buying a Blue Velocity, in my opinion, on Jason Tatum with a green jersey. But on a Donovan Mitchell or on a Michael Porter Jr., I think the Blue Velocity is a nice bargain, because look at the price of the Blue Velocity on the Luka. It's like a 2K card because the Blue Velocity looks good with Luka's uniform. So look for some of those lower end parallels, because people say don't buy base. Well, just go a step up. Look for an Optic Shock. Look for a Blue Velocity. Look for, I'm not a big fan of select tricolor prisms, but tricolor is like their low end parallel. And sometimes it looks good with a uniform. 2018 select tricolor is gold and red. It's an automatic color match for Trae Young, his rookie cards. So it's technically not designed to be a color match. Just by circumstance, the colors that they made the tricolor of that season is a color match for Trae Young. So it makes his tricolor prism actually a more desirable card than it normally would be. So even if you're on a super budget and you like hoops or Revolution, look for the Chinese New Year's. Look for Hoops Winter. Look for Hoops Winter and look at the pop reports on those. Anytime right now, just buy the first cheapest parallel in the set that you can afford, as opposed to buying the base card. And Revolution has a lot of nice ones, but look for like the Chinese New Year, things like that. It's a popular name. People like the Chinese New Year from Revolution, the people who dabble in those sets. So, find the budget in the market that best fits you, and then go in on those cards. And if you feel like you've missed the basement on certain ones, look for the next option, player-wise and card-wise. Yeah, John says De'Aaron Fox is still kind of low, and he said this 6 minutes ago, but he said this. I'm just looking at the basement on De'Aaron Fox because Neo was with me when I bought this at the National, and this is a Optic Holo of De'Aaron Fox for $190, and now it's about $300. One went on auction last night at like $270, which was still kind of probably a good buy, but they're pushing $300. Some I've seen one sell for $325. I've seen one sell for $270. So auctions go all around the world. Buy it nows are really highly priced. But again, I bought this for $190, so you're looking at the basement no longer there at his most recent comp on an auction at being $270 in just a matter of weeks. Miami Mike likes Dylan Brooks. He played well last year for Memphis. Do I like anyone from the Knicks to invest in? Not particularly. RJ Barrett was a guy, like when I used to do my flip, grip, or skip videos, he was actually a guy that I was skipping on last year. And I'm not going to say whether I was right or wrong because I don't remember what the price point was when I was skipping on him. And then he did do well, but then he was inconsistent. The Knicks looked okay, but then they didn't make it. So yeah. Will, you talk about something pretty good. He does have that injury that's actually an illness to where his but he's had that since he was a rookie, and he always told the Sixers that his shoulder was bothering him, but the medical people didn't diagnose it correctly. So all right, guys, we got Trigger Finger on board. So I'm going to stop blabbing for now. We're going to bring Trigger Finger on. I'm not sure how long he's going to want to stay, but this is the first time that I'm going to meet him in person. So we'll see how it goes, guys. We're going to go ahead and bring him in. Let me adjust my speakers. Just going to make sure that I hear him. I'm going to move over a little bit from my speaker so I don't get any feedback. And here we go. There he is.
Hello, Flippin' Steve and fellow card collectors. Every Lando Calrissian now, and there will be no live stream casualties today.
All right, guys, so there goes Trigger.
All right, I'm back.
And he's back. What is up, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Monday night, doing the live stream, always good time, so I can't complain, man. Just having fun.
God, this was ridiculous trying to get this software downloaded.
Oh, yeah?
It's like Carson Wentz trying to learn a new offense.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. Carson Wentz.
Not easy.
So who is – I've never asked you or anything, and you may have said before, and I may have just missed it. Who are your favorite teams in the sporting world? Like just the teams that you cheer for, whether they're home teams or you grew up on them or whatever.
It's a mismatch.
Yeah.
I'm actually an Eagles.
Just the teams that you cheer for, whether they're home teams or you grew up on them or whatever. That might be me.
I got too many things going. I'm an Eagles fan, so that's where it starts. That's where the Carson Wentz.
That's where the Carson Wentz hates.
That's where the Carson Wentz pain comes from. I mean, if he plays well, I don't dislike him. But if you watched Eagles football last year, if you didn't watch Eagles football last year, he was awful. And week in and week out, it was just we needed a change. So that's where the Wentz hate comes from. Yeah.
So are you confident in the situation, the QB situation now? Are you?
Sometimes you just got to make a change and see what happens. So, no, I'm not confident. I really wanted them to keep Doug Peterson. Mm-hmm. And that was important to me. But if we had to lose Peterson to get rid of Wentz, I would make that sacrifice.
Okay. All right. So Philly in the NFL, how about you have a baseball team?
Yeah, I grew up playing third base, and I don't know how old everyone in the chat is, but I love Craig Nettles. He was really good defensively.
Padres, right?
Started with the Yankees, and then moved to the Padres.
Okay, I remember him with the Padres.
He was really good defensively. I was not, but so Yankees and baseball, and that's kind of changed. I've become more of a fan of I think like the economics of the game. I like the way teams build through player acquisition, that kind of thing. So if you become a fan of that sort of chemistry, it's hard to like the Yankees because that's the last thing they do.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like me. I would played a lot of third base in Little League, and my favorite player was Ken Caminiti because of how good he was defensively. Just had a rocket arm and made monster diving plays and stuff. I think he's passed away and had, he had steroid issues and things like that. But he ended up with the Padres, and I was a Tony Gwynn fan too. So for a while, I really liked the Padres because of him and Gwynn. The guys are getting on you. See, Will says
it's hard. Like when I'm on the other side and I'm just looking at chat, I'm smooth. I'm struggling trying to multitask. You're gonna.
Oh yeah, you can read everything coming in though, right?
Yeah, on my phone I can now.
Yeah, I did my first live stream from my phone last week, and I could only see like 4 comments at a time, or on my on my desktop I can see a ton.
I see you, man. Tony picked up on the picture behind me. I was gonna drop that in a trivia question for you later today.
Oh, I know that. I know that photo.
Yeah, you mentioned your uncle were big fans back in the day. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why I have that sticker. That sticker, like I once got in a conversation with Jeremy from Sports Cards Live, and I told him, I said, I realize when I look at my PC that I'm just PCing memories, and that Van Halen sticker that I got, it's just another memory of good times with my uncle. He was only like 10 years older than me, and he passed away way too early. And I look at that sticker, and I'm like, man, I just remember jamming to Van Halen with my uncle.
This comment's to Neil. Neil, this isn't hard. The hard part's just getting the damn stuff up. I think once I'm on, I'm fine.
Oh, Teddy is saying, and Teddy, I always call you Teddy. It just tends to flow out like that, but I don't know if he likes that or not. He's like, Fly Eagles Fly, 700 level at the vet, or Pelican Bay.
I got some good Veteran Stadium stories, Teddy.
So the Pink Floyd concert that I saw the night before my high school graduation was in the vet, outdoors in Philly, 94.
It's the only stadium where I saw people legitimately just urinating on the concourse wherever they wanted to go, whatever they wanted to do, and it was security would just look the other way.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Someone said you looked like a lucha libre wrestler.
I don't know how my opening went off. I don't know.
Let's see. Why are we pumping Baker yet? Neo is gone hard on Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield is going to have a pretty solid season. The reason why I'm not talking about Baker Mayfield is I'm not talking about a lot of football at all, because I've really tried to move off of my football and get myself prepared for the NBA. By moving off my football, it's allowed me to buy a lot of these optic hollows and stuff while they're still at their basement.
C&T Collectibles, how far can I throw a D-cell battery? It's not really the distance. It's about the rotation. It's kind of like a curveball. When you follow through, you want the head of the battery to try to end up near your target. It takes practice.
We got Bravos with a question for you directly. What do you think about Jalen Hurts?
So I like Jalen Hurts in college, which was crazy because, I mean, you like players in college and there's hope that your pro teams draft them. I never thought the Eagles drafted quarterback. But when they drafted Hurts, all the Eagles fans went nuts. And I'm like, you know what? They went nuts negatively. I said, this might not be a bad thing. So I liked it. We'll see. I mean, he's still got a long way to go. I actually have more confidence in Hurts than I do the new offensive system and the new head coach. I've heard that Jeffrey Lurie just kind of brought in a yes man, so to speak. And I don't know. We'll see what Sirianni does, but I'm not excited about the coach as much as I am the quarterback, if that makes sense.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, that's like me being a Dolphins fan and having Adam Gase there for years. It just, to me, I was like, it doesn't matter who we bring in here. He's not going to develop them correctly. And we saw, like with Ryan Tannehill, goes to Tennessee and pushes into the playoffs and makes the Pro Bowl, and he just was coached and used very poorly.
But the way I'm looking at it is we won a Super Bowl 3-4 years ago. When you haven't won one in that long, and Steve, you can feel this pain. Honestly, yeah. I'm good for like 5 or 7 years. I still get pissed when we lose and I throw stuff, but I keep thinking back like, you got a Super Bowl. You got a Super Bowl. And
I have a lot of – because I'm in the Philly area, so I have a lot of friends that love the Eagles, and I was at a Super Bowl party, and okay, not being an Eagles fan where I live, it's hard to root for the Eagles fans because the Eagles fans are –
oh, they're terrible. I've got this some stories I have. One of my favorite ones is so it was the Packers-Eagles playoff game, and they got porta potties there. And Packers fans are there all dressed up, and one guy's got a big Packers construction helmet on. And he goes into the porta potty. And usually if you're in a porta potty and you've been in there for longer than 2 or 3 minutes, it probably means you're sitting, you're not standing. So 4 or 5 Eagles fans came over and literally tipped the porta potty over with him in it.
Oh, no. But I found myself at that party, and I hate the Patriots because I'm a Dolphins fan. But I was in a room with a bunch of Eagles fans, and I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to live through this if the Eagles win. So what's the lesser of two evils? But by the end of that game, I was jumping around and up on my feet just as much as the Eagles fans were. They hadn't even won yet, so it wasn't like I was celebrating the win. But down the stretch, I found myself cheering along with them, like they got me into it. And yeah, it was just crazy. Like I ended up cheering for that to happen.
Yeah, it was more of a sense of relief than it was exhilaration. I mean, I don't know. You go through a lot of emotions. I mean, if you've got people on here who are fans of the Patriots, it's different. But you remember the Bucs-Eagles playoff game at Bama? So that was the last game at the Vet. That game was awful when Terrell Owens threw a pick six to get my Barber brothers mixed up. Rondé Barber?
Yeah, Rondé was the D-back.
I remember I was at the game, and like you've heard the term deafening silence before. To me, I've never heard 70,000 people so quiet because we were coming back. You thought we were going to actually do it, and then that pick six. I've never heard 70,000 people so quiet in my entire life.
So let's see. We had a question about what do I think about the soccer card market.
Did I say Owens?
Oh, here we go.
It's my
Thoughts
first
on the soccer card market. Do you do much with soccer?
I don't. So it's funny. Will's like my new best friend, Will Sani. It's crazy. We probably chat too much, but no, I don't know who it was when I first. So I've been back in now for like a little over a year. Somewhere I picked up the less is more approach, and it's been the best thing ever. So I'm baseball, football, and basketball, and honestly, that alone has got me beyond busy. So I know there's potential in soccer, and I watch you sometimes with some of the like the music stuff, and I start thinking, I'm like, no, just stay in your lane. Less is more. So for me, I don't think I'll ever advance past baseball, football, and basketball.
Right.
The three sports that I love, and I've heard people say before, collect what you love, and I don't know, that does definitely help. Yeah. So at least for now, that's where I start and where I stop, and I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah. The way that I view the soccer market is if you're buying product, wax, okay, I think it's easier to make your money back in soccer because say you pull a bad player or not, I guess a not so valuable player, there's always a demand for players that you would think nobody would want in the soccer market because the fans are so crazy and nuts that they'll buy autos and patch cards and stuff of what we would consider to be a bad card, and they will still pay a premium for it because the soccer fans are some of the heaviest collector base when it comes to cards than some of the other sports. They just love their teams, their countries, because you have your favorite teams as well as you also have your international teams. So there's two ways that people can approach who they're going to buy. Are they going to buy, say people that play for Brazil, or are they going to buy people who play for their favorite Premier League team? So sometimes it just intermingles like that.
Bradley asking about Ben Simmons. I am not high on Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons on the right team, like in Golden State, would be phenomenal. But Ben Simmons on his own, I believe, is no better than a 3. So right. I think, again, he's a good piece. But I don't know. I try not to get or go deeper than the first or second scorer on any team. So for me, Ben Simmons is not someone I'm chasing. But again, if I'm building a basketball team and I've got a great one and I can get a number 2 guard who can play defense and take pressure off that guy once in a while, I'd love to have him, but not someone I'm investing in.
All right, let's see. So you say you don't necessarily like to go after the threes and things like that, or teams that may have multiple superstars. Is there any players that you specifically avoid, even though they may be pretty good players, but they're not the number 1 guy on their team? Like, say, for instance, and we don't know who's going to emerge as the number 1 in Boston. It's still a mystery. Is it going to be Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Is there room for both? I mean, if you had to pick one, would you go with one or the other? Or if you looked at a team like the Pelicans, with Zion being the main focus now, where do you put a guy like a Brandon Ingram who can score, has proven to be a good scorer, but now is probably the number 2 on that team?
I mean, I like Ingram as a player. I just don't know how that team works yet. You know, I thought I had it figured out last year. And now with new pieces, I'm kind of taking the wait and see approach. I love Ingram's skill set. I think he's got a chance. I just don't know what that team looks like. It seemed like they were giving the ball to Zion more and more and more and more as the year advanced. So, I mean, it could be like a Teen Wolf thing where you got Zion like the wolf and, Brandon Ingram's like chubby in the corner eating Snickers bars all game. So I'm kind of taking a wait and see approach on that. I just don't know. I don't know how that team is gonna shake out. I started doing that too when I first got back in. I started diving down so many rabbit holes, and I started looking, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going so many places at once. So it can be fun and exciting, but at the same time, it's just that less is more approach. So I'm really looking forward to this year in the hobby because I think like probably a lot of us who are just getting back in it, I'm going to be a lot better this year than I was last year. I think just not repeating some of the same mistakes and just being a smarter and better collector. Now the market's not nearly as hot, so there's not as many easy wins, but it's not always about that either. So,
all right. So PSA Slab Guy is asking, what do you collect? So I'm guessing away from the investment standpoint of it. Now, some people's PC, they do consider to be an investment. It's just more of a, these are my cards. I think they'll be valuable 10 years from now, but it's also my collection. Some people just collect, me, I collect the oddball crap that probably a lot of people don't want anything to do with. Like I said, like memories. Is there any certain player or team or just anything in general that you PC?
So it's weird because when you're out of the hobby for almost 30 years, like you get back in and that's like, all right, I get a big gap to make up, which, that's really, really tough to do. So I tried filling the gap, and then I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do it. So I'm trying to mix a little bit of vintage and a little bit of current because I know from even when I was a kid, I've got like 400 Shane Mack USA baseball 1985 Topps cards that I thought I was going to retire on. Obviously, that didn't quite work out. So like modern NBA, I love Trey, I love Donovan Mitchell. I think those are two guys that and these aren't names and guys that people haven't heard of before, but I think those are my big two, and trying to get some Luka and some Tatum. I think those four are like the core players I really want to focus on if I can. I do have kind of a man crush thing on, I shouldn't say man crush thing, that sounds wrong, but Gary Trent Jr. from Toronto. Mark that down. I love that guy. I don't know where I'll go from a prospecting perspective. Football, I don't know. It's a weird market. I'm not diving into all this quarterback stuff quite yet. So we'll kind of see where some of that stuff goes. And baseball, again, just, trying to stick to, Tatis and Soto look like they could be generational talents. So trying to get some of those where and when I can. And then, players like Jordan Alvarez, I'm a huge fan of. Love Bo Bichette. So, those are kind of some of the top heavy overarching guys I'm looking at. So nothing, nothing all that earth shattering. But again, I think I'm trying to do more of that and less of, if you asked me this question 6 months ago, I'd be rattling off 50, 60 names. So, and then part of it too is, like it's not just the player, it's the card. Because even when I got back in, I made some of the right calls with the players, but I bought the wrong card.
Right.
So, you got to get both right. I bought some Trey Silver Prisms early on before the season started, and I was taking them at, $10, $20 loss during the playoffs, and I was happy about it. I got the right player. I got the right player before the season started, but I got the card wrong, and that makes all the difference.
So Bravos is asking, what are your thoughts on the grading company? But I guess we all attack this from different angles. So let's just say, is there any grading company slabs that you will not own, or you will not buy, to, unless you're going to instantly move it? Is there any slabs you won't PC? Let's just start with that aspect of it.
So the answer to that question is no. And I guess here's my big picture approach to this. What I'm trying to do is, everyone says buy the card, not the grade. And some people believe in that. Some people don't. I do. I was looking at cards this weekend on slabs that I'd never heard of before. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It's like sports. Every team is at the top and then they're at the bottom. It's cyclical. I believe that grading companies somehow, some way will be the same. So I know PSA is better for resale. I get that, but I'm not that particular. If I have to rank them in order for my favorites, it's probably BGS, SGC, and then PSA. But there's not any holder or slab I won't buy because I'm looking at the card and I'm thinking long term that if the card is nice, you can always crack it out. You can, look at it raw. So I try not to play the grading game as much as, I don't know, other people do. That's not right. That's not wrong. But it's funny. I look at my slabs and there's so many SGCs and so many BGSs and not that many PSAs. And I think that's why, because as everybody knows, you can get those for a big discount as well. So if I can save money and right or wrong in my mind, get the same card at a discount, why wouldn't I do that? So, and, I don't know when it'll happen, but my guess is 3, 5, 7, 10 years, there'll be a new company or somebody else will be up top. And then, that's maybe when PSA slabs swing a bit. So I don't know, but I try not to get too hung up. Obviously, if I'm flipping or I'm selling, I get that PSA's king, but I just, I don't buy into that too much.
Yeah, like with me, I really like my vintage in SGC. I just really do. I think it looks better. My older baseball cards I've been buying. And again, with that, whenever you're buying vintage, it is definitely buy the card and not the grade approach, because you want centered cards on your vintage. And the way the stuff could be graded is it might be getting dinged for something other than centering. And then, you got a better grade here, but the card isn't as appealing to the eye and things like that. I do got a start bench cut here. And this is an Eagles question. You got a start bench cut, McNabb, Vick, or Cunningham?
Oh, God, this is tough. But I'm going to go with my head, not my heart. Probably going to start Cunningham, bench McNabb, cut Vick. I'm a dog lover, so I can't really block that out.
Yeah. I guess it would also depend on what part in their careers you're talking about. I mean, McNabb probably had the best longevity, would you say, of the three?
That's hard because him and Randall, when you think about it, to me, it seems pretty similar. Both great quarterbacks who didn't actually, play for a long time. Yeah,
I feel like Randall, I mean, that he took the bad knee injury in the Packers game. I think it was the Packers. And he missed some time. I remember him coming back really strong with the Vikings when Randy Moss was like a rookie or second year and really putting up some big numbers. Vic had like the monster year when he took over for Kevin Cobb, like 4 or 5 games into the season. But McNabb, I feel like maybe over time might have had a little bit more longevity, but he was also playing with, Andy Reid, which Andy Reid, I think, had a lot to do with the Eagles' success throughout those playoff runs and their Super Bowl appearance.
It was fun to see. It was fun to see Andy win one with the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs lover or hater, but just based on what he did for us in Philly and not being, not getting a chance to win one, I was glad he did. All right, Brian Briggs is saying Neo is rash. Bring it on, Neo. Listen, I can't see the comments, but don't hold back. I'm not afraid. What?
Let's see. What do you think about CSG? Now, the product itself, the slabs are really nice, really clear, really solid and strong. I felt one at the National, but I don't own any. The labels are a little rough. I don't know why people are getting their CSG slabs, because every card that I've seen in a CSG slab that I've wanted to buy, people have left the subgrades off of it. If I want a CSG slab, I got to have the subgrades on it. That's just a part of what makes it a little bit different, but the labels aren't very nice. I do trust their integrity on their grades because they seem to grade tough, and grading comic books is a lot harder than grading sports cards. And they're the flagship grading company in comic books.
I mean, I think to your point, listen, they've got credibility, and I'm not a huge fan, but I think the credibility they have with comics probably has to spill over into the card market, right? I mean, that just makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any, and the greenness freaks me out, although it is I guess kind of a nice Eagles Kelly green. So if I did have like a Randall Cunningham card in there, maybe, but beyond that, like, you know, but I guess if the funky red can work for PSA, why can't the odd green work for I don't know. To me, I know people touched on it, just the label's so damn, it's weird, it's big. I don't know why they just can't tune that down a bit.
Oh, and that's like Adam saying he hates the CSG slabs. I don't know if he's referring to the actual slab, like the actual plastic structure that the card is in, or if he's referring to it with the label and the label being big and not looking good or not, because the slabs itself, I think, is really high quality.
I've heard a lot of people say that they like it when they got it in their hand.
Yeah, and I had never owned one, and I made it a point to visit their booth at the National because I wanted to be able to give an honest opinion, because I don't like to give my opinion on something unless I've actually, like, I don't own any, but I have held one, and I thought it was a really, really nice slab. Bradley
asks me if I'm a shill bidder. No, it seems like a lot of energy. I mean, I don't know. If I'm selling a card, I'm selling a card. If I'm not, I'm not. I think it's just too much. I don't have that kind of a skill. And even if I did, I just don't know if that would. I also don't understand it. Like, if it's a shill bid and you want the card, you still pay for it. If you don't, you just stop bidding. So, I mean, I get it. And listen, I've probably fallen victim to a few that if I look back, I'm like, wow, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But that came down to me buying the card, not somebody else bidding it up. But I get it.
Yeah, like I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about the shill bidding and things like that. And it goes on with everybody, because I've been watching some watch items of the exact same items, and I'm watching prop scene auctions end at the same of just regular listings. And the prop scene ones are always going for about, $10 to $20 more. Now, on a card that's only a $200 card, $10 to $20 is quite a bit. If you see the prop scene one going for $220, $225, and everybody else is going for $195, you're like, do people really trust Propstein that much, or is that being shill bid? But then again, I'm just like, as a buyer, I'm aware of that. I try to buy smart and look and be like, if I'm buying off these certain platforms, even though they keep their bid history private, I know more than likely the stuff is going to be bid up. Or if I'm bidding off someone else where it's not private, I always go and look and see who I'm bidding against and see if I have a bunch of odd bidders in there with no feedbacks and stuff, because then I know I'm being shilled. And I also draw the line of where I'm willing to pay for a card. If I'm willing to pay $300 for a card and it gets run up to $300 and that's what I pay, then that's what I pay, because that's what I intended on paying. It's when something starts getting bid over or shill bid over, regardless of whether it's a regular bid or a shill bid, when it goes over my price is when I back off of something.
I see Bravos asked me my last 3 card purchases.
Mine may have been up there ways.
Do you want me to go get them, or do you want me just to tell them?
Oh, that's up to you.
Well, you know what? I need to get a water anyhow, so go to commercial for 30 seconds.
Going to commercial. As long as prop scene doesn't threaten to leave eBay. Yeah, I thought that was kind of shady, how they did away with PWCC like that. And I honestly believe that prop scene was way worse. It's just my opinion. And then again, I still don't think eBay has come forth with any solid evidence. Now, we all know that all kinds of sellers are guilty of shill bidding. It's just kind of a given that it goes on. But when you want to discipline somebody to the extent that eBay was going to do it, I believe there should have been some sort of solid evidence, because PWCC sells other people's items. So if, say, for instance, PWCC is selling an item for someone and that person knows when that item is going up, that person can go on to their own account and bid their own item up. And PWCC may have no idea that that's even happening. So unless the accounts were actually traced to PWCC and there was some proof of it and it was internally done, then I don't understand. I mean, I just feel like it was a little extreme, considering that we all know tons and tons of people do it.
It sucks. I got slabs everywhere. I don't know if I can find them.
Oh, Trigger's about to bring the heat.
No. Sucks. This is almost why I wanted to wait a week.
So you get some more stuff.
Everything. Well, I would have had it prepared.
Well, you know, after tonight, you're going to have to start your own channel, right?
Yeah.
People are going to want more.
I think it's easier to stay in the background and just make rude comments than just to actually do that. I don't know how you guys do it.
I'm going to have people coming on or messaging me saying, "When's Trigger coming on again, man?" That's when I'm going to watch.
Just the time.
Trigger equals ratings.
Damn it.
I want to have Michael Hamm on again or sometime too. I've only got to talk with Michael Hamm online on Ziggy's open mic night, but me and Michael Hamm hung out a lot at the National. I'd like to have him on just to chat it up. I actually called him on the phone the other day.
I don't know where the hell I put these.
Bugging him and shit.
I can't find them. I got slabs everywhere. Well, it was so it's funny. I was talking to Will, and when you guys were at the National, Neil was talking about the 80 or the 2017 Mosaic cards. So I picked up a Donovan Mitchell Blue 10 Mosaic.
Oh, that's a nice card. I've been looking at that one. I was just talking about the Mosaics and how they got some nice color matches.
I've been looking at the Lucas. Then you said something on your live drive Sunday. I'm like, damn it, Steve. The 10s are too expensive, and the 9s I'm looking at look like 8s to me, so I don't want to pull the trigger. No pun intended. Right. And then I bought a LeBron trio. I love that card, the Carmelo.
Okay. Dwayne Wade and LeBron.
I'd be curious to see what chat thinks, because so many times you hear people say, like, they like the first-year card of the guy by himself better. But, like, the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird card, I don't know if it's special because it's those two. But I was watching a video last week when Thurman Munson's second-year card goes for one of his rookie card because it's his first card on his own. But to me, there's no better – and, again, if I'm wrong, someone let me know. But in my mind, there's no better rookie card when you actually bring all the players into it from a value perspective than the D-Wade, LeBron, Melo cards.
Yeah.
So I love that card. I picked up a couple of those. And
I think with the dual and the triple cards and things like that, it has a lot to do with the success of the other players on it. So when you're looking at the Bird and the Magic, it also has Dr. J on it. Now, it's not Dr. J's rookie, but by no means does he bring that card down. And then when you look at the card that you just talked about, the LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, all those guys are going to be future Hall of Famers. Pretty sure Carmelo will make it. Dwayne Wade's a shoo-in. So, you know, it's when you start talking about cards where, like, say, for instance, it had Darko Milicic on it. You know, then it makes it less desirable because that other person who didn't have a very good career kind of drags that card down. It kind of goes with a lot of, like, dual autos, like a 98 Topps Stadium Club cosigners, the Manning Marino that I have. It's valuable. It's Manning's rookie year, but it has a Marino on the other side. So Marino is not going to drag the value of Manning down, but he has another one with Cordell Stewart on it. And then that one's not desirable at all, even though it's still technically a Peyton Manning rookie auto year card. The Cordell Stewart really drags the value of that card down. People aren't necessarily buying it. You know, they would be buying it for the Manning and the Manning only. So I think when the other people on those cards are successful, it makes those cards even more valuable. They draw even more of a premium. But on the other side of the coin, when you have somebody on that card with them that's not so hot, it could bring the value of that card down.
So that was my thought, is maybe it gets a bump when D-Wade goes to the Hall of Fame. Maybe it gets a bump when LaMelo goes to the Hall of Fame. And maybe it gets another bump when LeBron goes in. But at the same time, does it still not equal, you know, a bigger, better LeBron card? I don't know. But the question was asked. And third, and probably my favorite, is the 2012 Select Silver Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Big Damian Lillard fan.
So a rookie select silver of him, or
Yes.
so the 2012 select silver, basically, in I guess they would call it a prism, even though it's a select silver. Then, I watched a Giannis and one of those go off last night, 2013. Those select silvers are nice cards, and the print run on those is a lot more rare than I think a lot of people think. That's really, really nice card. Yeah. Now, Damian Lillard, that's another guy that really isn't being talked about, but a deal, if he was to be dealt somewhere, man, his cards would go nuts, like James Harden cards did last year.
I guess the other thing I'm thinking about, would love to get chat's feedback on this, is I talked about trying to fill the gap. I don't have a Curry card right now, and I'm trying to, add a nice Curry card to collection. Everybody probably should. People's thoughts on Topps rookie, Bowman rookie. Are there any other suggestions that people would actually recommend? Because I'm not there yet, but that's probably the next card I want to buy and want to make it a good one.
I like the Bowmans because they're serial numbered. Now he looks like a little kid, and I think he might be in his college jersey, which you really can't even see it. But the Bowman and the Bowman Blue, they're very condition sensitive. Now, the Bowmans, I think, are numbered out of 1999, and the Bowman Blues are numbered out of 1948. So it's not a real big difference. However, you see a really high premium going on the Blues, even though the serial numbered is only about, 50 less, 49 less, or whatever it is. But,
right. And I like the Bowman too. That's the one I was kind of probably leaning towards, but
yeah. Now, I missed a really good deal on a Topps because I was just scared to pull the trigger, no pun intended. But I was looking at his Topps PSA 9s, and an SGC was in my search, and it was an SGC 9.5. Now, PSA 9s were selling between $1,900 and $2,300. Now, they fluctuate at auction because, you never know when you get two people going at it. But the low sale was $1,900 and the high sale was like $2,300 on a PSA 9. And this person wanted, for their SGC 9.5, they wanted to buy it now of $1,625. So I was like, this SGC 9.5 is selling less than a PSA 9, like significantly, at least by a couple $100 on a low side, and on a high side by close to, $800, $900. And I was like, I think I'm going to buy this and really look at it. Worst case scenario, if I crack this, it's probably a PSA 9, but it could possibly be a 10. And I let it sit on eBay for like 2 days. And when I finally was like, you know what, I think I'm going to buy it, it was gone. And sometimes I kick myself in the ass for that because in my gut, I know a good deal when I see it and I just don't buy it. And then I go back to buy it and it's gone.
I had that happen Friday. I was going out to grab a bite with a friend of mine, and a guy gave me an offer on the trio LeBron, and it was a good offer. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm ready to get out. I don't want to deal with this. I'll do it tomorrow. And I was looking at 3 other cards in Oddball Grading Company holders. By the time Saturday 11 o'clock came around, all 4 cards had sold. I'm still not over it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's change the subject.
Yeah, another one I was watching was a BGS 10 2012 Anthony Davis. Now, it was a base prism, but that card at its peak was pushed 4K, and then at its basement, it was around 800. That card's starting to climb back up to 950. I've seen a couple auctions hit 1,000, and someone had a buy it now or best offer on a BGS 10, and they wanted 1,200. So I'm looking at PSA 10s going between 900 and 1,000, and I'm like, where's the premium on a BGS 10 pristine over a PSA 10? And I wanted to do a little bit of research on it. I did make them an offer of 1K just to see if they would bite. And they countered me back at the same price of 1,200. So they didn't counter me back. So I'm not sure why they even had a best offer on there. And it didn't sit for longer than probably 12 hours before someone else just bought it. And I was like, man, I knew that BGS 10 was probably a good buy because you have people out there looking for BGS 10 pristines. Some high-end collectors, that's all they'll buy. And I was just like, that was a chance to really scoop up that card because I believe in a PSA 10, that card is going to end up reaching that price again. I just missed opportunity.
Bradley asked if I went to the National. I'm not going to add the S on that word because I don't do that. I did not. I don't know. To me, eBay's a card show every day. and I was already spending a decent amount of money. I couldn't imagine what I would do if I was released in a card show with money. And I mean, at some point in time, I'd probably have to re-enter a card show and, try to see how that works. But I didn't need the extra buying opportunity, if that made sense. Ooh, Adam's got a good question. The Sixers are down by 2 with 1 second left in the finals. Who do you let take the last shot? Ben Simmons, Carson Wentz, Stevie Wonder, Simone Biles, or the Santa? And why is it Ben Simmons? It's not Ben Simmons.
I think Lando should take the last shot. Why is it Lando in this?
Well, it's not Ben. It's not Carson. God, Stevie Wonder. I don't know. I'd probably go with Santa. That's an option. I mean, he's probably going to get some favorable calls from the refs, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with Santa if that's an option.
Going with Santa, guys. Santa delivers. So, here's another card. So we were talking about cards earlier, the Magic Bird, the Wade, LeBron, Melo. Ichiro and Albert Pujols actually share a rookie card. The dual, I think it's from Topps Traded and Topps Chrome Traded. And it's just the two of them on it, 2001. I think that's another really nice card of two, goats of their eras and Hall of Famers. I think that card gets a little bit under the radar. It does have a price tag on it, but it's not like people don't know about it. But I'm not sure if it's appreciated as much as it should be.
That's the problem when you've been out for so long. Like, I try to go back and look. What I'd love to see someone do, and it's not me, but I don't know if it's Mike Baseball Collector or I'm going to get his name wrong, but Collector, Dealer, Chris, I think's his name.
Collector, Investor, Dealer.
Go through each set and, visibly show the cards in each set and talk about. And if you don't have the actual cards, then just put up a screenshot. But I forgot who it was the other day, but I saw a Hank Aaron 55 Bowman, and I fell in love with the card. Now, I knew it was always out there, but I just saw it, and it just, it hit me. But it's just so hard to go back and dive into all of that history. But I'd love to have someone do that for me. So if anyone's bored or wants to start, I'd watch. You've got one subscriber right here.
Let's see. Talking about News bidding up the Luka Optic Hollows. So Bradley says he would take Embiid from 3 over any of those guys.
I don't believe Embiid was an option in my.
He wasn't quite the option.
I would not disagree, but he wasn't an option in the answer.
Oh, so the Santa the Philly fans hit with the batteries is the Santa that he's referring to.
Would they know it's the same Santa, though?
Yeah, right, would they? He's in disguise.
If they did, I might have to go with Simone Biles and just hope that she didn't get the twisties at the free throw line. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but.
Well, that's down to our last comment at 10:47. We'll see if some other come in.
I got to do my screen share for the Lando question.
Oh, yeah, so there's going to be a Lando question. Go ahead and tell them what you're going to do.
I don't know. I don't know if this is all going to work. There's so many options. This is my first time at StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, I don't mess with all that stuff, man. I get lost in it. I'll be honest with you.
This is no fun. Play screen, window. I don't want to type it in. I always type it in every week, and it sucks.
Don't type. I mean, if you want to save it, because this was kind of impromptu. I didn't touch base with you today, but
what do you see in the screen now?
Okay, let me see here. I see.
I don't see it. Damn it! Wait, screen.
Like down here at the bottom, do you see where it says what I have to add to stream?
Share screen. All right, screen sharing has a. I don't have 2 monitors. Oh my god, my IT guy doesn't work. My IT guy has off on Monday, so this is really not a good time to.
Yes. Sean asked if I'm buying any graded cards, any previous raw purchase I have waiting around for PSA, BGS, and SGC. So I grade with SGC as well. I have a 4-card order coming back from Soccer or Sunday League Investors. They did 4 soccer cards for me, and they have 21 more cards of mine going out. I have a lot of raw that I've had stashed since before the grading companies have shut down, but I am going to get these graded. I'm buying up all of the autographs that I've been buying. Like you guys saw, the Larry Bird Flawless, the Tony Hawk auto. I'm sending this stuff in to get graded, and I'm going to make some more card show purchases. When I buy raw, I got to buy it in person, so I haven't bought any raw stuff offline. But I'll be going to a show in September, buying some more raw cards. But I have some small orders going in. Like maybe I have like 10 cards, these 2 autos, and a couple things out there. But I only buy raw in person right now.
I'm not sure I can do this. Oh, wait. Is this it? Hold on. Come on. Damn it.
So, Trigger, I'm getting a request for you to come back as a weekly segment.
I don't know if we do weekly. Every few months, if you need.
He says every few months.
Some dead air time. We get a lot of good people in here. I'd like to see myself. So.
Yeah, I'd like to have E-Man on. Me and E-Man go way back. I want to bring Michael Ham on just to chat regularly. Even though I talk to him regularly. There's a lot. Will, I'd like to bring Will on.
Yeah, Will said he'd go on. We talk back and forth.
Okay, yeah. Anybody, like I leave it open to people to message me on Instagram and let me know if they'd like to come on, but a lot of people, I just haven't gotten a lot of responses, maybe 3 people. So, I mean, and like I said, I'd like to bring anybody on. I got, real quick again, guys, if you want to be in the Super Chat raffle, no pressure, it's $3, and we're giving away at the end of the stream the Optic Jumbo Football Pack, the Prism Pack, or you can choose the Jalen Hurts Red, White, and Blue Prism. So you'll get to choose in the order that your name is drawn. There'll be 3 winners. Unfortunately, not everybody can win, but that's why it's a raffle. So if you want to do it and support the channel a little bit, if you're pumped for seeing Trigger Finger.
Wait, let's figure this out.
Did we figure it out? So I have a screen down here. You want me to add that to the stream? I can always remove it if that's not it. This looks like that's your Twitter. Yeah, that looks like your Twitter page.
All right, hold on. Give me another minute.
All right. Trigger's hard at work.
Because usually at my downtime, I'm sweating. It took me 15 minutes to download the damn StreamYard.
So Jeff is saying you should start a YouTube channel, man. You would grab a ton of subs quickly, man.
You know, I'd be good for 15 minutes, and after that, people get sick of me. So,
hey, the first couple videos, once you get past them, they become easy. You can even start showing, like my first couple were all first person. I was like, I can't talk behind the camera. I could never talk in front of a camera. But, you know.
See, if I like maybe the way Dustin and Brad do it, where if I had someone to kind of like, you know, if I had an off day or didn't feel like doing it.
Right.
I could.
You know, Dustin and Brad have never had me on off-centered. Is that messed up or what? I think I would balance it out.
I think they're a little threatened. My desktop is full of stuff.
Let's see. Michael Ham says you get a flat tire and a motorcycle pulls up and says they will give you a lift. Who do you feel the safest with? Trigger Finger, Lando, The Big Show, or James Harden without a beard?
Wow.
Damn.
You can't ask me that question because I know what I would say.
Let's see. So, does this motorcycle have a sidecar? Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach my arms around The Big Show, so I'm probably gonna fly off the back.
It's killing me. Steve, can you go to your Twitter account and grab it? The screen share. Damn it. And we just might have to. I don't want to do it the old way. I might not have a choice.
So no sidecar. Michael Ham's making things rough. No sidecar. So I got to ride on the back. Actually, I would probably ride on with the Big Show because his motorcycle is probably going to be the biggest. He's probably gonna have like a huge ass motorcycle, so I can sit way on the back. Probably has a passenger seat.
It says share. I hit the share button, but it doesn't let me share.
Will says if Trigger can do it, anyone can. See, man, you're leading the way, man. You're inspirational.
I don't think it's happening.
That's all right. I wouldn't know how to do it either, man. I'm going to put that right on out there.
It sucks because it tells me to share the screen, but it doesn't give me the option to just says video file.
So I'm going to scan the comments. Nicholas has a comment come back in 5 minutes ago. Nicholas, if you're still around, let me know. For basketball cards, what are my thoughts on Optic versus Prism? Prism pop counts are high compared to Optic. I think the long run on Optic Hollow will far outvalue Silver Prism. Well, for the value right now, I like Optic Hollow. I used to like Select. Select bumped up to number 2. Select Silvers are pretty pricey. They're really nice, and the pop reports are low. Select and Optic. Select product has been kind of killed. Kind of, but has been more than kind of killed unless they crank it back to just hobby again. But I've been a big fan of the Optic Hollow. It used to be the Select Silver, but I like to invest right around that third product ballpark. So I like Optic now that it's fallen down to third. And the Hollows I think are a good bargain, and people like the rated rookie symbol. It's just pretty good. But anything pre this season, Select is still really, really good. I love the 2017 Select set. I believe the court sides, the concourse, and the premier level all look really good and all have really low pop counts. Even not in a silver. When you look at the Jason Tatum premier levels, there's like none. They're so hard to get.
I give up. If you can't see my screen now.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
All right. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know if I can.
100 likes? I don't know if we're at 100 likes. 100 likes would be a lot. It would be great. I don't even know if we're close. Oh, we're at 87. We also got 9 dislikes, which is...
Yeah, that's probably me. I think
I saw Neo and all his burner accounts.
I saw Neo hitting it 5 or 6 times, but that was expected. All right, hold on. Can I... Can I request that no one else makes a comment for a minute so I can get the whole question in? Is that fair?
Okay, guys, give Trigger a second to type in the comment.
Thank you. I wish I could do this every week.
So he's doing a Lando question now. Is there anything behind it? Did you want to do something with it or just ask it?
I think for the fact that we've made it this far with no fires or breaking any major laws, I think is probably good. So if I come on again at some point in time, we'll add some more depth to some of this. All right. 2. Where's the third one? I need my answer. Where is... All right, almost there. Wait, StreamYard. Too many screens open.
All right, we got it up here now.
I don't have the answers in, which isn't going to really.
Okay.
Right. Wait. Check in. All right. Are you kidding me? 6 characters too long? All right. All right, we're done. Whew.
Yeah, all in there. All right. So here we go. Do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I guess I can read it because you always read it. So yeah. Hold on, let me get all my screens going on. So this is based on you taking a vacation here sometime in the next month, 2 or 3. So if you were stranded on a Caribbean island for 30 days with no food or beverage, and you had to survive off of the natural gifts of the island, faced with losing all of the basketball cards you own if you fail, but winning a $100,000 gift card to the National if you survive 30 days, which group of people below do you want to be stranded with on the island and why? Choice number 1, Brooke Shields and Bill Walton. Choice number 2, Lando Calrissian and the San Diego Chicken. Choice number 3, Abe Froman and Chris Everett Lloyd. And choice 4, Daryl Revis and Lisa Kudrow.
And that is the question is for chat, or is this one for me?
It's for you, but Chad always chimes in, so I think it's fun to see what you say and then what they say. Because it's your vacation.
Actually, I just read Tom's answer, and it's pretty good because Revis and Kudrow, and it's an island, so Revis Island.
Part of it. Revis Island, but at the same time,
let's see. Some of these people, I'm not sure who they are. Abe Froman.
Come on, Abe Froman. Chat, help Steve out with Abe Froman. If we don't know, there we go. C and T knows it. Did you ever see? Why am I blanking now? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Abe Froman is the Sausage King of Chicago.
Okay.
In the movie.
Okay.
But Brooke Shields was in Blue Lagoon, so she's got Island.
Yeah, she was. She was in Blue Lagoon.
But Bill Walton would literally talk my ear off so I couldn't stand it. I mean, you know what I think of Lando, but you could always eat the San Diego Chicken if it got down to the point where you guys were starving and you needed some substance.
You know what? I'd like the Brooke Shields and Bill Walton for me because I'm a Celtics fan, so I can handle Bill Walton enough.
I don't think you can handle Bill Walton for 30 days, I'm telling you.
But, you know, I think the Brooke Shields outweighs the con of Brooke Shields outweighs or the pro.
Because she might,
now,
looking at Brooke and Island might make the time pass easier depending on how old she is.
Yeah. I was going to give it a, let's see. I got Logan Howard in here. Anytime anybody has a YouTube or something they want to talk about, I let them. So he's talking about, he's got some eBay auctions going on. He's taking over the game. If you want to check him out on eBay, there it is. Let's see. Michael Ham saved the clock tower. That's Back to the Future. Hey, Bill Walton could pick the coconuts off the tree.
That's a good point.
Yeah, there you go. E-Man, see that's what I was kind of thinking. E-Man, me and E-Man were kind of thinking along the same
good point too.
The same line there. Yeah. All right, man, we're past 2 hours. It's been fun. It's been fun chatting. We'll definitely have to do it again. The chat had fun tonight. We still got to do the super chat raffle. If anybody wants to get in last minute, $3. $3 for the Optic, the Prism, and the Jalen Hurts on the raffle. $3 if you want to get in. There's not a whole lot of names in there, so actually to get a chance to win, to be one of 3 is pretty good right now. And did we hit 100 on the likes or no? We did not hit 100 on the likes. And we got another dislike. So we'll just keep it at that. I was going to add something in, but forget about it. All right, so I don't know if you want to hang out with me while I draw the names, or You want to sign off? Tell everybody what's up.
I can sign off.
All right.
It's fun to be in the. I think I thrive in chat. It'll take me a while to get better at this, but I appreciate you bringing me on. It's been fun. Like I got back into the hobby and didn't know where to go. So I think you and your audience gave me a good platform to kind of get me started and get me grounded and just take my mind off things. And things are a little bit better now for all of us, hopefully. But at the same time, it's still good to chat cards and get feedback. So I appreciate the opportunity. And yeah, like I said, every few months or so, if you want me to come on, I'd be happy to. But looking forward to meeting some other people, hang out in here as well. As we banter back and forth. But I appreciate the community. So until next Monday.
Yeah, man. Next Monday I got a fantasy football draft, so it may be Tuesday. I'll put it out there for you guys.
Don't do a Wednesday, because the last time you did a Wednesday, you shook the hobby upside down. So
what did I do?
You did a Wednesday live, and PWCC got kicked off eBay.
Oh yeah.
Alt started stealing my credit card, and then Tops got sold, and I don't know what there's like 5 or 6 things. So just no more Wednesday lives.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think some of that stuff might have happened before I went live, right?
Yeah, but once you just didn't go live on Monday, and I don't know. You screwed up the universe somehow, some way. So don't do it again.
Hey, some of those changes might have been for the better.
Yeah, good point. You never know.
Never know. All right, man. Thanks for coming on, and
sounds good.
Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for watching the channel and enjoy it. And you've been around for a while, man, and it's finally cool to get to meet you and talk to you. And I will see you next time around in chat or on the stream. So we'll definitely do it again.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Steve.
All right, man. Thanks.
Take care.
All right, man. Take it easy. So we got some last minute super chats coming in. And then we're going to pull the winner for one of these packs. Well, 2 packs and a Jalen Hurts. You'll get your choice in the order that you're pulled. Richard Turner. Let's get Richard Turner in here. And I'm going to go to the LCS one of my days off and try to get some more product to do some more Super Chat giveaways. If you guys that are interested in the Super Chat giveaways, what kind of – do you like singles or would you prefer wax? And let me know, because I could pick up some decent singles for these. What kind of wax would you like? What sport? Should I do basketball? Should I get some select? I mean, I know a lot of people aren't on the select retail, but I could get some select basketball since it's kind of new. Soccer, I mean, what kind of wax do you guys prefer to bust? What should I pick up for the Super Chat giveaways if you guys want to do that? And, I could always do singles. I mean, I have lots of singles. But then again, it's always hard trying to find a single that someone likes that somebody would actually be interested in winning in a raffle, So I'm going to go ahead and shake these up. It says no select, please. Music, Marvel, oddball stuff, please. But see, I don't think enough people would be interested in the Billy. The Super Chat giveaway is either an Optic Jumbo, a Prism Cello, or the Jalen Hurts Prism Red, White, and Blue. It's just $3. So he was 63 mantle. So I give Billy a last chance to get in, and then if he wants to, doesn't have to. Just let me know either way. Just put, Super Chat me if you want in. Say no if you don't want in. No pressure. No, I won't take it personal or anything. Adam, I think I did see your Super Chat. I put it in there. Yours was the last one that I just dropped in. Yeah. I can actually see the burger part. So, Billy, you do want in, or you're going to go ahead and pass? Bradley prefers football cards. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Billy, if you want in, hurry up and hit that super chat, or I'm going to go ahead and pull, or just let me know that you don't want in. And remember, just hit me up with your address on Instagram. If you get it to me soon, I'll have these packages out tomorrow. I'll probably do a live drive. If you guys have been tuning into my live drives, I've actually been stopping at the post office in the store. You guys have been going in with me. Demonic Gabriel says he'll take Billy's spot times 2. You got to super chat $3. Just super chat $3. And you can ask, comment, or do whatever. Just super chat $3 to get in. So Demonic Gabriel, is that for you and for Billy? So let me know if it's for both of you, so I can put separate name in, because you said you wanted to do Billy's spot times 2. It's taking too long. All right. All right, we're going to pull now, guys. Good luck to everybody. Again, unfortunately, not everybody can win. That's why it's a raffle. That's why it's only $3. Get a chance to get something and support the channel. Gotcha. Let's get the stickiness off. Oh, look at this flipping Steve face. All right, we're going to pull 3. Got 1. Now, people still got to be here to win. Got 2. And 3. Okay, so number 1 was Richard Turner, number 1. Richard Turner, number 1. Richard Turner, if you're still here, tell me in the chat what it is that you want. Number 2 is Johnny Moindanato. Johnny Moindaho is number 2. If you're still here, you'll have second choice. And then number 3 was Roman Sports Cards. Roman Sports Cards, if you're still here. Now, if the people aren't still here, you got a couple minutes to talk it up. If you're not still here, then I'm going to pull somebody else's name. So we got Richard Turner, Johnny Moindanaho, and Roman Sports Cards. Just let me know in the chat if you're here and what it was that you wanted. Richard Turner was first. The packs were either an Optic 2020 football jumbo or a Prism 2020 football cello. So Richard and Johnny are still here. Just let me know what it is that you want in the order that you want it in. That way, if someone else answers. So Richard wants the Optic pack. So the Optic pack is going to Richard. So that goes right here. Johnny, would you like the Jalen Hurts or the Prism pack? Now, this Jalen Hurts, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no reason why I haven't graded it other than I just pulled it out of a pack and haven't had anything graded. All right. So you'll take the Prism pack, which means Roman sports cards. If you're still here, the Jalen Hurts is yours. I'll give it another minute. I'll give it another minute, and then I'll pull a different name. Just make sure you head over to Instagram, flipping_Steve, if you don't follow me already. Follow me, message me, give me your information so I can mail these out to you. I'm going to pull another name for the Jalen Hurts. And it's Demonic Gabriel. Demonic Gabriel for the Jalen Hurts Prism. Demonic Gabriel, if you're still around, I know you were just here. Demonic Gabriel wins the Jalen Hurts Prism. Take it easy, Mike. Thanks for hanging out, man. So, Demonic Gabriel. All right, you're still here. All right, Demonic Gabriel. Just hit me up on Insta, guys, with your address. And this stuff will be mailed out to you within a day or two, probably tomorrow. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for joining the live stream. We went a little bit long. The end of this was really slow, but we got it taken care of. Trigger finger was on tight, which was awesome. We're going to get some more of you guys on here, and I'm going to interact with some more of your questions. Make sure you got the notifications on because you never know when I'm going to pop up on a live drive. And, the live drives are always fun. You get to see whatever the hell I'm doing, even if it's boring. All right, guys, take it easy, and have a good one. It's been fun, and I'll see you whenever I see you guys. Take it easy.